Hi, everybody. This is Jim West with Carolina Varsity, and I've just gone over my top 25 for the 4A in my way too early top 25, and wanted to talk about some teams that are no longer with the 4A classification. As many of you know, the NCHSAA has gone to a 20-30-30-20 realignment this past time. 20 means 20%. The top 20% of the size schools are in the 4A, and as such, instead of having 101 teams, you're going to have 77 teams in the 4A in 2017. There are some really good teams that dropped out. Just want to give you just some really big teams that are no longer in 4A. They're going to be in 3A, and actually one team that's going to be in 2A. Let's start with Dudley High School. I'm going to tell you right now, I love Dudley High School. Everything about James Benson Dudley High School to me, is what high school football represents in the state of North Carolina. Some of the best fans, the best food. If you ever want to go and get some really good food, you don't really even care about football, but just want some good food, go to a Dudley football game. They will feed you well. If you love fish, I think it's perch. Oh golly, it's some good stuff. I want to tell you right now, if you have cats, cats love fish, and just come back smelling like some fish, and they love it. Dudley, they play great defense. There's a well coached team, and I'm a big fan of them. Hillside's another team that's going to drop down to 3A. Keep an eye out on Dudley this upcoming season. I think Dudley and Hillside are probably the top two teams in 3A. Other teams, Charlotte Catholic. Charlotte Catholic got mentioned earlier on that Cardinal Gibbons is like the new Charlotte Catholic. I'm a big fan of Charlotte Catholic. Big shout out to my buddy Derek Miller. Go Cougars. Also Lee Edwardson. He's a big time Catholic fan. I've always had a lot of respect for Catholic. Cape Fear, that's a team that went to the 4A state championship this last year and lost to Hillside. Or it's not Hillside, sorry, Dudley. Cape Fear is a team that's going to be very missed in the 4A ranks. I'll give a shout out to my old college roommate Brian Capel. He's a Cape Fear alum of 1989. A.L. Brown, I got a lot of friends in the Kannapolis area. They're going down to 3A. They've kind of teetered over the years between 3A and 4A. They will be in 3A and be probably in their best location, which is the SPC. I think that's a very good conference for them. And J.M. Robinson and Concord and Cox Mill and Hickory, or not Hickory Ridge anymore, but Central Cabarrus, Northwest Cabarrus. It's a very good conference, and I think A.L. Brown will really appreciate it come gate receipts. You got T.C. Robertson in the mountains. They're going dropping down from 4A to 3A, which is really good because that general area has dropped down from 5 schools in 4A to only 2, which are McDowell County and South Caldwell are still 4A. But outside of that area, you got Watauga that's now went from 4A to 3A. T.C. Robertson went from 4A to 3A. And Alexander Central also went from 4A to 3A. Down in the east, Conley and Rose, they're now 3A. Both those teams will score a lot of points on you. Rose, they went to the state championship game in 2015, losing to Catholic, I think by a touchdown. It's like 27-20 or 28-21. They're a lot of fun to watch. Southeast Guilford, they just had a coaching change, and they've had some really good teams over the years, and they're dropping down to 3A. So 3A is going to be a lot stronger. I've already mentioned Watauga. Another team I was going to mention that didn't do really well last year, but I think they're going to be really hot in the 3As is E. Smith. This is a school that was like Hillside and Dudley were at one time members of the NCHS-AC Association, which is that was the association for the historically black high schools in the state of North Carolina prior to consolidation desegregation. I've always been a big fan of E. Smith and Dudley and Hillside. Got some really good friends that graduated in Hillside when they were part of the NCHS-AEC. There were a lot of pride in that high school. What I will say though is the 4A will not be the same this upcoming season. It's not going to be as deep. It's not going to be as fun. But it's also going to be very polarized. You're going to have some Mecklenburg counties teams, which I think they're in the greater Mecklenburg area is 23 teams. You got 25 in the greater Wake County area, which is also including a couple of Durham schools and Corinth Holders over in Johnson County. You'll have 11 teams in the triad, and I'm including Davie County in the triad. And you'll have a little pocket there in Cumberland County and in the southeastern North Carolina. But overall, though, it's going to be very highly concentrated in just a few areas. So I'm not a big fan of the new realignment scheme. I might be in the minority when it comes to that, but that's fine. One of the best songs in the world is Green Day's "Minority," and I'm a big Green Day fan. Long live Billy Joe Armstrong, and thank you for listening to me on Carolina Varsity.